Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to beat Formicarium Challenge 2, the second experiment in Empires of the Undergrowth on impossible difficulty. But first off, we need to do some upgrades. So, the next ant we need to unlock is the wood ant, and you get to choose the mortars or rapid fires. I strongly recommend rapid fires because they're better for most situations. Mortars miss a lot and they're just real slow. The area of effect can be useful, but I think just having... you're going to have more than just wood ants, so you don't really need the area of effect. So I'm going to choose rapid fire. Sure you wish to spend 150 jelly to acquire this species? Yes. So now we have two abilities. We get to choose corrosive or high pressure. Deal an additional 6 venom damage over 0.5 seconds, or deal an additional 4.5 physical damage immediately. I'm not sure what the difference between this is. I guess there's some enemies that are resistant to poison or venom, but and if it's 4.5 damage immediately, then I assume that's per hit, but if it's over 0.5 seconds, I assume it caps at 12 damage per second. I'm going to go with corrosive just because the number's higher. You can really do whatever you want. I feel like those are pretty similar. And then crippling or weakening. Target takes an extra 40% damage from either their physical attacks or venom attacks for 1.5 seconds. Now, this does not just apply to the wood ants. This applies to every ant. So the enemies will take extra damage from attacks from all of your ants, which is why I'm going to choose crippling, because that means all my ants will do extra damage instead of just the wood ants, because they're the only ones that do venom damage. So I'm going to choose crippling. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the black ants, if you want to choose their abilities here, there's dangerous, which increases attack speed by 20%, and meat wall, which reduces incoming physical damage by 50%. I prefer meat wall just because 50% is higher than 20%, but I guess you can choose this if you prefer damage over defense. But I feel like damage and defense are pretty much equal in terms of, like, upgrading one by 50% is the same as upgrading another by 50%. So I feel like this one's probably better just because the number's higher. But you can do whatever you want. It's not super critical. I just prefer that. And then for this one, this is also a preference. Self-preservation. Upon dropping below 40% health, retreat for half a second. Or self-repair. When out of combat, regenerate 4 extra health per second. If you're constantly in combat, self-preservation is better because injured ants will run away, so less injured ants can take their place, which is pretty good. Self-repair can also be good because if you have ants that are really weak after a fight but not dead, they'll slowly repair themselves, but 4 extra health is really not that much, and it has to be out of combat, which isn't particularly useful unless there's long stretches of time where you're not being attacked, which in the Formicarium challenges really doesn't happen, so I would prefer self-preservation. But now we need to upgrade our wood ants to level 3, and as you can see here, we now have a plus sign. Acquire minor improvements for this type of ant. We can now spend royal jelly to increase our ant's stats. Attack damage increased by 0.02 per point, which is terrible actually. Attack speed increased by 0.4% per point, which is a lot better. Range increased by 2 to what? It doesn't say. Or health increased by 0.5 per point. Wood ants really aren't going to be attacked that much, so and attack range doesn't really matter at all. So I prefer to just focus on attack speed because that increases your damage as well, and it's a higher percentage than this one. But we're not going to be doing that yet because we're going to wait until we acquire all the ants and all the upgrades, except for the black ants, before we start upgrading individual ants. Oh, you can also upgrade the queen. I completely forgot about that. So Royal Guard, upon dropping 75% health, spawn 14 Royal Guards. These are incredibly powerful ants near your queen that last for 1 minute. Additionally, empty nurseries will receive eggs, and all eggs will hatch for free for 5 seconds. So you'll constantly get full ants for 5 seconds. Cooldown 300 seconds. Royal Decree. Upon dropping to 75% health, your nurseries will spawn their own eggs. Eggs will instantly hatch, and eggs will hatch for free for 20 seconds, giving you an unlimited army during this time. Cooldown 300 seconds. 20 seconds isn't that much longer than 5 seconds, because you really only need to respawn your entire army once, probably, and also you get Royal Guard for this, so I would choose this one. And the cooldown is the same for each, and so is the health. I think I'm going to actually go ahead and buy this. Royal Guard. And then Second Wind and Fierce Mother. Upon dropping to 75% health, restore your queen's health back to full and become invulnerable for 30 seconds. Fierce Mother, upon dropping to 75% health, confuse any enemy within a huge radius of the queen, covering almost the entirety of your underground for 10 seconds. Cooldown 300 seconds. 10 seconds is less than 30 seconds, and also, confusion just makes them wander around randomly without attacking, but becoming invulnerable for 30 seconds. Like, after this 10 seconds, they can still kill your queen, but with this one, your queen can't die until at least 30 seconds, and it completely restores your health. So Second Wind is a lot better. So we're going to do that, and now we can actually increase the health and cooldowns. I don't know if this is cooldowns for abilities or ant hatching. Probably abilities. I don't know. And, oh yeah, for the workers, we can get... These are survival abilities. There's Nimble, which, while not in combat, attacks against a worker have a 60% chance of causing no damage, and enemies must be closer to see it. As soon as damage is caused, this creature enters combat. And defensive. Cannot take more than 20 damage in a single attack, and reduce incoming damage by 20%. We don't want our ants to be getting into combat in the first place, so Nimble is better. I'm not going to get that just yet. Actually, yeah. So 6% chance to not take any damage is better than reduce incoming damage by 20%. And enemies must be closer to see it, so I'm going to choose that. Alright, we are all upgraded and ready to go, except for the black ants, because I want to save my upgrades for other things. So now we actually need to make some wood ants. Let's do that.
The Erector workers have raised their first Formicarium ant.
Incredible! I wasn't sure it was even possible.
And where are we going to put this last one? I don't like how it's always... No matter where you put it, there's going to be like one little bit that sticks out. That's really annoying. I'm going to put speed tiles there to... Actually, I might want to put speed tiles here too, just to make it faster. Yeah, why not? I have the food. Just so ants can get there faster when they respawn. We've already spent a ton of food. I'm going to fill this with speed tiles so this can be upgraded easier. Alright, 125 of 125 ants. I do want to get a little bit more food though. So let's go ahead and do that. Turning off combat because I don't want to bother with all these millions of little creatures that are down here. Okay, there's not millions, there's like 12, but that's almost millions. I'm rounding up to the nearest millions. Millions. So, once we collect all the food, we will start the Formicarium challenge. Alright, now let's start the Formicarium challenge. 7,000 food is probably massively overkill, but that's okay. Difficulty impossible. There's no challenge mode for the Formicarium challenges. Let's get started.
The colony seems to have made significant progress. Perhaps it is time we began phase 2 of the trial.
Agreed. I will prepare the feeder colonies.
All this junk in the Formicarium is going to annoy me, but there's no way I can collect all this food. I got it from, like, repeating...
Let's ease them in with a familiar disturbance. Introduce 20 Formica ants.
The Fusca colony is attached, and the ants are on their way.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention this, but you need to keep... The reason I have 2 separate black ant colonies, that's it, is because in this Formicarium challenge is pretty much the same as the first one, but you will actually get attacked by wolf spiders, which head directly for the queen, or the brood chamber, so you need a second army, smaller one, to be able to take them down.
I see they haven't lost their potency.
That's why they're over here.
Now let's try the Formica ants.
The Rufa will be more aggressive. Our Ereptors will need to put up a strong defense. Adding 20 Rufa ants.
Bro, I have 111 soldiers. Do you really think 20 is going to challenge me at all? That's why I kind of have mixed feelings about the guy scientist. Because yeah, he's kind of crazy and breaking the rules and all that. But without him, these Formicarium challenges will be incredibly boring.
Once again, our Ereptors have neutralized the threat to their queen.
Oh good, more food. I need that.
Continue the experiment as before, but don't push the colony too hard.
Of course not. That would be irresponsible. Introducing 40 Rufa ants.
Of course not. That would be irresponsible. 2 seconds later. Introducing 40 Rufa ants. I mean, still, 40 is not that much. Funny how they don't attack these either. There's actually a bonus level called the Other Foot, where you get to play as the colony that's attacking this colony. So that's cool. So these guys are pretty easy. I haven't even lost any food. I lost 1 food. 5 food. 1 ant. Don't know which kind it was because it respawned instantly. Yep, I know we're full of food. You want a few workers so they can replant the eggs fast enough. 14 should be fine, especially when I'm this strong. By the way, since my rapid fire ants are upgraded to level 3, that gives them the ability to slow down enemies when they attack, which not only slows down their movement speed, but also their attack speed, which is incredibly good. That's why I prefer them over the mortars. Well, the main reason is because of the extra speed. Still have tons of extra food just in my nest.
Would it be unfair to help the colony out? Perhaps. But I'm willing generous. Collect your seeds swiftly, my little ants.
I guarantee you I do not need that. You know, I could just wander around and kill these guys while I wait.
Now, let's see how they handle the Rufa and the Fusca invaders. We will start with 30 each.
These are the little tubes they're coming from, if you're curious about what those look like. The music in this game is incredible. I don't know if you can buy the soundtrack, but you can listen to it on YouTube. Slug Disco upload most of the songs.
A wonderful
Not
victory
even close.
on 2 fronts.
1 front.
Perhaps we should try 3 colonies this time. Introducing 30 of each Rufa, Fusca, and Ereptor ants.
And here they come. I think the Ereptors are just workers, but I'm not super sure about that. Ooh, they made us hatch like 2 guys. Why aren't you attacking that one dude? Got stuck in the entrance, okay. Seeds have been... I don't need that.
Good, good. A little helping hand for what comes next. Collect it quickly. Faster, faster.
How? By the way, this game is way more zoomed in than you think. It's not even close to life size.
Against a sustained flow from all 3 colonies. Let's see.
Should be pretty easy. I notice there's more coming from this direction than the others. Maybe just seems like it. They're thicker on the mini-map.
You are doing well, my intrepid Reptiles, but what's this? A giant tiger beetle has joined the fray.
And of course, he goes straight for the gunners. I like this. It kind of looks like a swirl.
And another. Oh no, 3 tiger beetles.
That's 2. Well, I guess 3 including the last one. Can't really tell what's going on without the health bars. It's not super immersive, but gives you more information. I'm doing this well just with tier 2 soldiers. I mean, they don't get any special abilities at tier 3, but they're still better at tier 3. Oh no, I'm down to 6.9 thousand food. It's gonna be close. I don't know if I can handle this. A lot of the Formicarium challenges involve just sitting around. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You can probably do this with a lot less ants than I have, but I like to max out my ants before each Formicarium challenge, just because I can. Especially when I'm playing on Impossible. Yep, here's the spiders.
Good work, my little ants. But what's this? 1, 2, 3, 9, 10 wolf spiders. It hardly seems fair.
I'm gonna bring the gunners down here to help fight the spiders. You know what? We might end up actually summoning Royal Guard. I kind of underestimated how many spiders there'd be. That's fine. I think we should be okay. Yeah, the queen has barely lost any health.
Perhaps I should stop the experiment.
Well, it's a little late now. Besides, I think we'll be fine. Why hasn't Royal Guard been so... Oh, she hasn't lost much health. By the way, these ones that are dying, they're spawning here and coming up through here. Oh yeah, Royal Guard gets summoned right as the threat to the queen is neutralized. That's good. See, we're going to need to respawn our workers, or our soldiers, pretty quickly. Oh, but it's all over, so that's fine. And there we go.
Yes, yes! Victory to the Raptor!
What's going on here?
Yes, the ants performed excellently against the roofer. They just staved off an attack from 40 roofer ants.
40? I think that's enough for now. We don't want to overstress them.
Agreed.
Staved off an attack from 40 roof ants. I mean, he's not wrong. There were at least 40 roof ants there. And we get achievements, which you probably can't see because they're in a separate Steam overlay instead of in the window itself. I got like 5 achievements there. That's impressive. There's like 1 for each difficulty, so if you do the max, then it counts as all the others. So, extra royal jelly, as always. We do not need food, especially since we just finished the challenge. Never accept territory, as per usual. Seeds have been dropped on the surface of the Formicarium. Oh, yay. Now, if we go up here, we have to rehouse the colony. This tank is not...
Experiments will be on hold for the time being.
I understand. No more tests.
Okay, so we have to rehouse the colony. This tank is not suitable for the upcoming test. It is time to rehouse the colony. You will be awarded an amount of jelly during the switch based on colony size, construction, stored resources, and territory. Before I actually do this, I want to collect all the food in Formicarium just in case I need it, because I think you only get jelly for the food you have currently stored and not the food that's lying around the surface. So I'm going to do that all before I rehouse the colony, and I'm going to start the next video off with rehousing the colony. And the next video is going to be 3.1. It's not showing it, but that is the Harvest. Widely considered to be the hardest story level in the entire game. And you will see why, especially on Insane. Impossible. It used to be called Insane. So, hopefully that video was helpful. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. And let me know what you thought in the comments. Let me know if you liked it or not. So that's it. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.